the harvest.
This is Yasmine Benachour. Welcome. Algerian President Abdelmadjid Tebboune sent a message yesterday to the Algerian people on February 24. He said the date carries strong national symbolism, highlighting the historic link between the workers' movement and the independence struggle, and making Algeria's recovery of sovereignty over its natural resources. The message was read by Prime Minister Nadir Larbawi in Oran. President Tebboune says Algeria is a major gas exporter and a key supplier to Europe, with large oil reserves in Africa. He also praises the country's development project and policies, saying they show Algeria's sovereignty and strong international partnerships. In Sudan, a recent investigation by the organization ECA reveals that the war is promoted online as a war on terrorism. The report speaks about a coordinated digital campaign that is believed to be linked on the United Arab Emirates. Staying in Sudan, United Nations Security General Antonio Guterres appoints Pekla Havistu as personal envoy for Sudan to restore dialogue in the crisis-hit country. The United Nations warns of a dangerous situation in South Sudan after a new fighting in Jonglei. The clashes between President Salva Kiir and opposition leader Riek Machar damage hospitals and spread cholera, leaving civilians in urgent need of help. In Somalia, the government faces problems over elections changes. Talks with Jablang and Puntland fail, but the next vote will include all citizens. The country plans to change from a lawmaking system to a presidential system. The African Union Peace and Security Council, led by Egypt, links stability and food security. Algeria calls for stronger African food sovereignty and more cooperation with the United Nations agencies. On Western Sahara, Stéphane Dujarric, spokesperson for the United Nations, says that Staffan de Mistura leads talks about the future of the region. He explains that the discussions focus on applying United Nations Security Council Resolution 2797, which was adopted last year. The meetings take place in Washington and aim to move the political process forward. Tensions increase between Morocco and Senegal. The Senegalese Prime Minister announces the arrest of some of his supporters and calls for their immediate release. He says the issue is not only about sport. And we conclude with sport. The Algerian women's national football team trains at Sidi Moussa ahead of the African Cup of Nations 2026, which starts on March 17th. Coach Farid Benstiti leads 28 players preparing for two friendly matches against Egypt in Cairo tomorrow. Les Verts aim to improve on their 2024 performance when they reach the quarterfinals. This was the harvest of the day. Thank you for your attention. It was directed by Muad Bab Ahmed, controlled with Amin Bisbasi, streaming with Riyadh. Now we switch to Taman Rasset Station. Enjoy the rest of our programs in Hausa, Bambara and Tamashek with Ifriqiya FM. صحة فطوركم. Au Sénégal, le Tchad,